Why Colombia?
It's the biggest one.
You are about to discover a country where incredible landscapes hide great investment opportunities. Welcome to the second season of Why Colombia, the podcast where investors will tell you how Colombia's beauty drives businesses. Amcor is a global leader in developing and producing responsible packaging solutions across a variety of materials for food, beverage, pharmaceutical, medical, home, and personal care, and other products. Amcor works with leading companies around the world to protect products, differentiate brands, and improve supply chains. The company offers a range of innovative, differentiating flexible and rigid packaging, specialty cartons, closures, and services. The company is focused on making packaging that is increasingly recyclable, reusable, lighter weight, and made using an increasing amount of recycled content. In fiscal year 2024, 41,000 Amcor people generated $13.6 billion in annual sales from operations that spanned 212 locations in 40 countries.
Tell us about the history behind the operations of Amcor and what are the main milestones of the company through these years.
Well, first, you're very welcome to be here, you and your team from Colombia, and we're very pleased to have you and tell you what Amcor is. So globally, Amcor is a leading company in sustainable and innovative packaging solutions for diverse markets, such as foods, beverages, pharmaceutical, home and personal care, among others. Amcor has the three main visions. One is flexible, the other is specialty cartons, and the third one is rigid packaging, and that's the one we belong to. We are sitting here in Amcor Rigid Packaging Colombia. What I can tell you about Colombia specifically is that here we have a kind of head office for the region, for the C3 region. We call it C3 because we attend markets in Central America, Caribbean, and Colombia. And we add in also Ecuador. We have in this area 7 locations. Here in Colombia specifically, we have 4 facilities, 2 inside the customers, one in Tucatzipas, the other one in Bucaramanga, and 2 main plants, one in Funza, and the last one is this one where we are right now. This is the Cali facility, and this is the biggest one. This is the one that has more volume, and that's because it's one of the few plants in Amcor that has the most variety of manufacturing processes. Okay, we have 6 different processes here, and I wanna mention it. The processes are preform injection, blow molding, injection blow molding, injection labeling molding, extrusion blow molding, and closures. And that let us offer a huge portfolio to our local market. That's what we are.
What is Amcor doing in terms of sustainability?
Okay. Yes, indeed. It's a core target. It's a very important subject for Amcor. We have the aspirational goal of being the most, to be the most important responsible packaging company worldwide. And to achieve that, we have developed a strong sustainability strategy, which is based in the energy efficiencies, in improved energy efficiencies, in using renewable energy, and wasteland reduction in all our operations. And that's an interesting path to follow, and a challenging path. And for that, what we always do is, the first thing is secure that we offer to the market recyclable, reusable or compostable products always. And we have also an eco-design offer to our customers, and I love this path of our way through sustainability, because we have a strong R&D area who always focus the design of our products to be recycled. And we have strong tools as well. We have a high technology to assess the cycle life, for example, in our packaging. So that's a very added value for Amcor in this career for sustainability. We also here locally and globally foster the improvement of the recycling infrastructure. And I think also important thing Amcor does is to reinforce the importance of having a sustainable packaging in the market, and in order to make the market to understand how to mitigate the climate change. That's the way we do it.
Do you consider Colombia an important market for the development of these kinds of sustainable initiatives? What are the key ideas you are seeing for in the future?
Well, I think Colombia is a model in sustainability terms. And Colombia started in 2016 to instrument a strong normative, a strong legislation in order to improve circular economy and mitigate the climate change. And they're doing this with plastic specifically through the law 2232, which controls or demands contains of PET post-consumer recyclable material content in all our containers, or in all the beverages containers. So for that, we have developed two main initiatives to work on that path, and one related with the climate change, and that's when we joined Celsia, like 6 years ago, to create the solar farm, that we will talk about it later. And the one is, of course, related with the circular economy, and with a strategic alliance we did with a strategic also partner, supplier, to install a PET recycling facility in Caloso, very close to this plant.
How did the partnership with Celsia help Amcor to achieve its goals in terms of solar energy? What are the key objectives in these initiatives?
Well, the solar farm is one of my prize. Yes, it's a very interesting project because it is very aligned with our global sustainability strategy. We are looking for being net zero emissions by 2050, and of course, this is the perfect way to match this goal. And the journey with the solar farm started in 2018. At that moment, we gathered with Celsia, our PMO team gathered with Celsia, and started to think how to make our packaging more recyclable, or reduce our carbon footprint in our packaging. And the way we found at that moment was to install this solar farm. Well, we signed off the contract in 2020, and it was meant to last or to have a lead time of 1 year, one and a half year. But the pandemic arrived in 2021, and of course, we suffered a huge delay on our schedule. But long story short, in December 2022, we started to supply with solar energy this facility. And in January 2023, we had another huge achievement that was had all our energy for all our Colombian facilities 100% certified as renewable energy from solar or electrical sources. So that's a huge step toward this goal of being net zero emissions. And the solar farm, talking a little bit deeper about the solar farm it's massive. It has 16 solar panels. It's located 4 kilometers in a straight line away from here. It's a self-generated plant. We are directly connected with it. And it submits or supplies to this facility the 32% of our energy consumption. It has a capacity of almost 9 millions of watts, and we have it supplying our energy in the whole day. So, well, that's the reason it is my price.
How does Amcor encourage its customers to get recycled packaging?
Yes, that's a very important thing that we have with our customers, because I think we have to inoculate them like an environment responsible mindset. And we do it first through our commitment that we set on 2018 to have 100% of our portfolio designed to be reusable, recyclable, or compostable by 2025. That's next year. And that makes to increase that generates the increase of using post-consumer material content in our packaging, of course. And we also engage our customer with the accomplishment of the new law that we talked before, which it will be impacting in January 2025, where it is an obligation to use containers with specific amount of post-consumer recycled material. And the other way to engage our customers is, and you asked for, it's the impact on the communities. Behind the circular economy and behind the improvement of the recycling processes, it's a collection network that impacts thousands of pickers, of recyclers locally. And we have been working very close with our customers in order to improve the conditions of the way of living of this population.
How important is for Amcor the role of women in the organization, and what has been the contribution of women in the company?
Well, as a woman in a leading position in Amcor, I can tell you that the company really embraces inclusion and diversity. And we have an extraordinary workplace, and it is because Amcor values all the contribution of women can bring to the table in terms of innovation, innovative ideas, creativity, and including empathy. That maybe something sometimes it's different with a woman. And Amcor is always empowering the women into the organization to excel in their careers, in their leadership roles. And we have a quite good examples in all our region in C3. I can tell you, for example, that in the steering committee for Amcor Colombia and C3, we're 2 women. We have 2 plant managers, the one in El Salvador and this facility are women as well. The procurement leaders for Colombia are two excellent girls that works very hard to accomplish our goals. The planning leader for El Salvador and the Caribbean is also a strong woman. So I think that shows how committed Amcor is to help to develop all the career path in a gender diversity. And the contribution again of the women in terms of strategic mindset, I think that helped to place this business in where it is right now.
How did you envision the future of the company in Colombia? What do you consider will be the company's impact on the environmental and social life of Colombia?
Of course. What I can tell you is that we have been working very focused in development of the post-consume PET bottle collection. And we have been working on it since the last year in 2023 in alliance with our customers and with the strategic suppliers in order to increase the PET recycle rates. So this again is fully aligned with our strategy in climate change and mitigate the carbon footprint, especially in this packaging industry. And there is also a plan to work with the recyclers, with the waste pickers, because they are the foundation of these collection networks. And what we are doing with our customers is to develop programs first to understand their needs, first to understand what their requirements are, to make their job or their labor more humanized, more proud of what they're doing, and to be recognized in the communities, because at the end of the story, they are the key of the success of the circular economy.
What is the main challenge this industry will have to face in the short run?
Well, you know that I think the biggest challenge is to address this legislation demand that we're having next year, and to run this path very quickly, because we are in April. This would be back in January. And the process of qualification and certification of all the containers by the local authorities, by the healthy authorities such as IBA, for example, where we're talking about, it's a path that we have to move forward very fast. And it's something that we need to do. We need to include more post-recycle content in our bottles, in our containers, and we need to do it fast. I think that's the most challenging goal that we are having right now. And also, what I was saying before, this improvement in the collection network, and this improvement in the quality of life of the people involved in these collection networks, make them proud of what they do, make them proud of being helping with the environmental improvement in the world.
Discover more investment opportunities in the next episode.